Alright, so this trade recap is gonna be pretty simple. As you can see, we took a L, not a fat L, but an L. Yeah, so let's just go over it. Coming into the session, looking at pre-market, I'm looking at I almost was just I'm not explaining it. Maybe I don't blame myself for taking this setup. Here's why. It's a dicey one because we see accumulation, right? You could either take this as manipulation or this as manipulation, so that kind of cancels it out. So I was kind of letting the PO3 present itself and see if we can reject off of any nice levels, any like desirable levels. So boom, here, beautiful fair value gap resting beautifully right in the OTE. And then we look here on ES, we rejected off a fair value gap within the 0.5. So I was super cool with longs. We got nice rejections on both indices. We got a inverse fair value gap on this one. I actually bottom ticked it just because of conviction, and then I looked at the risk reward. I'm like, we're right here. I'm gonna exit on the close below if I was to enter. So I'm gonna enter. I de-risk. I put 2 micros, whatever. So we're on the push up. We got push up, whatever. Then on the way down, we got close to break even. I was like, okay, I'm gonna add a con. So then I end up hopping in for 3 cons. So let me just go over the confluence first. So as you can see here, we got SMT. We got SMT here inside the fair value gap. And yeah, so we got SMT inside fair value gap. Whatever. Boom, reversal work. And then the actual entry would have been entering off of this inverse, but I already bottom ticked it, so it's whatever. So yeah, and we also have these highs here, and I also like this high here with this unmitigated gap right there. So I was super confident in this trade setup. Getting stopped out was basically Trump. My theory, Trump fired Powell, so that's probably the catalyst to this big dump. But prior to that, price just looked nice. It looked nice. It was trending up. The only thing is that we created no fair value gaps on the way up, so that gave me some concern when it came to like retrace. Like if we retrace, what the hell are we gonna retrace to? There's no like solid fair value gaps in the legs up, so that concerned me. But other than that, it was a super solid setup. This draw liquidity was nice. This draw liquidity was nice. I was confident in the setup. It was probably like a 7 to 8 out of 10 confidence in it. Ideally we want 8 out of 10 or up, but yeah, the only reason I would say is a 7 out of 10, not an 8 out of 10, is just because the way the sessions looked. Right, we say it manipulated here, or did it manipulate here? I don't know, not too sure. It's kind of a tough one. But yeah, and on the top here, we did reject out of a nice level. We rejected off of like 0.5 OTE, whatever, inside for fair value gap, resting in like 0.5 OTE. So I'm not upset. I'm not upset with how I performed. I think I performed well. I think I performed well. I wouldn't do it any differently. And yeah, we hit the perfect risk amount. We just got stopped at 250. But yeah, we just keep getting better from here. We gotta adjust with the markets. There's gonna be a new federal chairman or whatever, and yeah, so we're just gonna adjust with the markets. But this is why it's like, for sure this was Trump. We're not gonna go on the lower time frame to look at any confluences. Here, let's see. Even on the 2 minute, there's no confluences. I guess you could say, we hit equilibrium, we hit the OTE, but there's no fair value gap, there's no order block, there's nothing. Even on ES, the crazy thing on ES is that we inversed. We were playing in this gap, right? We inverse this candle, we wick this gap hella, then we inverse this gap and this gap with one candle, right? What is an IFVG? It's a confirmation. So once we get the confirmation, we should at least respect that change in state of delivery, right? It's not a CISD, but the idea is there a change in state of delivery, and yeah, so you expect at least some kind of respect for that bullish momentum, but no, I mean, we inverse and we just dump to hell after that. I mean, if you want to say order block, sure, I guess that's what it was, order block. I'm not too sure, man. It was, yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. Trump cooked us. I don't got too much to say besides that. I think I performed well. We kept risk at a minimum. I was gonna settle for the first draw liquidity. The profits were. No, I was not gonna settle for the first draw. I was gonna settle for, because I took it on NQ. I was gonna settle for this draw. I was going to settle for this draw liquidity because one, it's a high, and it's a nice, beautiful, unmitigated gap, and it just looks really nice to me. And then if we draw out the OTE, it's a pretty desirable area for price. All right, resting right in the OTE. I think that was saucy. I'm not gonna lie. I think that this draw on liquidity was saucy. I liked it. I guess Trump didn't like it. Fuck that guy. But yeah, it's funny, like, coming in during the election, coming on office, we're like, bro, Trump, we need Trump in office. We need Trump in office. We got 3 more years for Trump. I mean, we got 4 more years with Trump. 3 years and a quarter year with Trump. So there's better days ahead. We just gotta stay the course. It's gonna work out. Just gotta stay confident. Keep having faith, and yeah, just gotta keep it banging our head into this in wall till we break through it, or until the wall breaks into our head and it's just stuck there. All right, but anyways, GG's in a shot. Funded is roughly at what? Funded is roughly at 51.5K. I mean 50.5K. Crazy drawdown. But yeah, it's up from here. Alright, it's only up from here. We followed our rules today. We followed our risk management plan. We just took a fat L due to Trump being a little, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, price was trending up nicely before this. Boom, then we got news about Federal Chairman Powell. Boom, massive dump. Then price was okay with it. Trend up. Boom, massive dump out of nowhere. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Yeah, anyway, DG's in a shot. We'll be better for it. We're better for it. Smooth.